so, are you getting a tape, Dolores? Yes, I am, Dr. Allen. Even though the space was tight, Dr. Allen and Dolores were focused on the balloons, moving and bouncing up and down and to the left and to the right, and the both of them are taking notes, watching the balloons. Right behind Dolores and Dr. Allen, while they are focused on the 4 other giant balloons, 2 other giant balloons had rolled over the top of the 4 others and landed right behind, first Dolores and then Helen, and began to roll towards both Dolores and Helen. Then the balloons made a squeaking sound and Dolores and Helen turned toward the sound. Their eyes grew wide open, and they noticed that 2 giant balloons had moved so quietly and quickly behind them, and the 2 giant balloons, as if on cue, moved so quickly and had trapped first Dolores in between the first giant balloons. Then Dr. Allen got trapped too in between the 2 giant balloons as they squeezed Dolores and Dr. Allen tightly. Dr. Allen and Dolores were trapped by 4 giant balloons. Both Dr. Allen and Dolores can barely move now. Dr. Allen touches the back balloon, then the front balloon. Both Dr. Allen and Dolores are trapped in between the 4 giant balloons. They have prevented Dr. Allen and Dolores from escaping. The balloons had their way. Both Dr. Allen and Dolores were trapped between the 4 giant balloons, and both of them sensed the plan by these giant balloons. These balloons might have trapped me, but they feel so very good, so very good. Then the front balloon that has trapped Dr. Allen begins to rotate its nozzle towards Dr. Allen's mouth. Helen, looking down to her right as she feels the cold air that is filling up her stomach with air. As Dr. Allen grows bigger and bigger, the buttons are just barely holding on, so they are stretched out. Her thighs and legs begin to double, then triple in size. She is trying to hug the balloon, but it's becoming more and more difficult because her arms have risen to shoulder level, and they become 2 huge sausages that she can't bend or move at all. Helen wishes she could smile, but the balloon is still covering her mouth and nose, otherwise she would have a blissful smile as she watches the balloon grow smaller and smaller.